And hello, and welcome to the Blind Tag Wrestling Live AEW Dynamite reaction. And this one was for March 10th, 2021. My name is John Hawkins. This is a Patreon exclusive, yo. And I am joined, as always, I got a good one tonight. Since the new year, she hasn't suffered a single loss. As always, she's the queen of the inverted double cross. She's the mistress of the mat, convinced that the inner circle is indeed flat. And she swings more often than Stinger's trusty bat. She's the oracle on 34th Street. She is the mysterious Raja.
Hello.
Hello, Raja. Try to outdo myself every single time.
Oh, and you do.
Kind of like this Dynamite.
Yeah.
Talk about
outdoing something.
Talk about something I didn't expect.
Oh, no.
Okay,
Not at all.
I didn't expect. I expect certain things in life. Rashes, zits, poop, taxes. I expect these things.
Yes.
All right. What I did not expect. Oh ye of little faith. Oh ye of little faith, you got the governor to tell you on. You're not gonna do it. You're not going to have a shitty episode, are you? Huh? Now you screwed up the pay-per-view, and now you're going to have a shitty episode.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, because I thought he turned into a street urchin, I guess. That's where my mind was right there. But he hasn't, Raja.
No, he's not.
Tony Khan got in his little bag of tricks, and he's like, excuse me, where's the bag of tricks at? The ones Dad spent $1 billion on.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. All right, this is the bag of tricks.
Supply
They're in Florida. I can only assume that Eddie Graham accidentally left his bag of tricks somewhere from Florida Championship Wrestling. Something around the time when Dusty Rhodes turned babyface, around 73, when they had the most greatest business of all time of any territory. You're going to learn that one day, kids, right here. But listen, okay? Something happened. Somebody brought it, because you only dig through and get things like what I saw tonight. Because what I saw tonight, I don't remember there being a fuck up at the pay-per-view.
No.
I don't remember any of that. All I remember now is the fact that I'm 9 years old. I am 9 years old, and I'm sucking my thumb because I have a problem. Leave me alone. I'm 9, but I'm trying to get over it.
You're working on it.
I am sucking my thumb, and I'm playing with my wrestlers right now, and I'm thinking about what's going to happen next, because I'm that invested in what I just seen.
Oh, yeah.
It's a damn good show.
Oh, man. Like, it's almost mind-boggling what we just watched.
I mean, did you expect it to be covered as well as it was covered and then rebuilt?
No, I was expecting things to be bad. Just being honest.
To be awkward.
To be awkward at the very least.
Yeah.
But I was expecting just cringeworthy.
Right. And that's not what we got at all.
No, they just started everything back over from the beginning. They were like, we're just going to fix this real quick and start a whole bunch of new crap.
Yeah, and
for you.
They started with a match that I was looking forward to. I was expecting it to even be maybe the main event.
Yeah.
But they always start with fire, right?
Yes, the opening match is always one of the hottest matches of the night.
Absolutely. And they started with the match I was really invested in and looking forward to, because it's Matt Jackson of the Young Bucks, one half of the World Tag Team Champions,
yes,
versus Ray Phoenix.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, right?
When they announced this match at the pay-per-view, we were like, yes, give that to us
immediately. Yeah, the singles match we didn't know we needed. And we're really excited about it because everybody loves seeing Phoenix wrestle singles, right?
Yes.
I was intrigued because Matt is my favorite. It's Tiger Beat, and I'm talking about my favorite member of a boy band, and Matt's my favorite member of the Bucks, and honestly my favorite Elite member. I know that's like with a lot of people there. But yeah, I like him better than Kenny Omega. I'm really throwing.
He is a rock star, and
the reason is, in wrestling, there's something called fire, and believability.
Yes,
I'm under the opinion that nobody has better fire than Matt Jackson when he's really wanting to go. Now he does a lot of tongue-in-cheek, jokey crap, right? But the cool thing about that is when he does get serious, you're like, oh shit, he ain't joking right now.
No, yeah, he gets a little scary.
I mean, I love that.
Yeah, when he turns it on,
Yeah,
it's on.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. It almost makes the jokey stuff, okay, because it's like, okay, he's serious. Wait, he's really mad,
Yeah, he's like a normal person.
Yeah, and
he's not always one way or the other.
And super, fundamentally, I mean, he can do the high spots, but he's more of the worker of the team, and I don't mean that bad toward. I know everybody's flashy Nick, right? That's fine, but I was really down for this. Because Nick versus Phoenix is cool, but you know what it is, right?
Yeah, it's a lot of high spots.
it's can you outdo me?
And there were still high spots in this match.
Yeah.
But there was also a lot of amazing technical wrestling.
Yeah, and selling.
Yes, definitely a lot of great selling.
There was a lot of great selling. So I mean, it was great. A lot of unbelievable spots in this match. Just really enjoyed everything about it. And what was really cool about it is, yeah, it's going 100 miles an hour. They're doing some amazing stuff, and it's honestly, you can't turn away.
No,
it's that kind of stuff. It's really solid match. And during this, the announcers are talking about, JR, Tony, Excalibur. They're already talking about it. They're already dropping the hints. They're like, hey, we got to talk about what happened this past Sunday. They're not hiding from it at all.
No, not at all.
We're going to have to, right after this match, fans, Kenny Omega and John, I'm not Kenny Omega. I apologize. Got Kenny Omega on the mind right now. He's like, I bet you do. John Moxley, the Moxer himself.
Yes.
John Moxley and Eddie Kingston are going to join us to talk about what happened Sunday night.
Yeah, they were just letting you know that they didn't forget.
Yeah, and to of course the Patreon people know, but just to catch you up, there was a faux pas, and really just to backtrack, because we didn't know this, when we did our reaction, because it was a freaking reaction. Of course we didn't know.
Yes.
But there was indeed a huge explosion that was going to go off, and when they had done it through the trial run, they set this all up and they did the explosion, and it was the big Onita explosion. And it was the fire. It looked great and all this. I'm almost glad it didn't happen. Now
we got this out of it.
That's how amazing this shit was. I'm almost glad the fucking thing didn't happen.
It's like fate.
Yeah, because somebody who we'll probably later find out is like a McMahon freaking illegitimate child. Somebody, one of the tech guys, put a dud out there.
Yes.
Now, I'm not saying he did it on purpose.
No, but it was a dud regardless.
It was a dud regardless, right? So that just happened, and it was just the sparklers and not the...
Yes, not the actual bomb.
Yeah, instead of a fart, is a queef. And it was that's basically the best way I could describe it. The only thing that had been better was like some baby powder, just come up in the air.
Man, that would have been amazing.
It would have been, wouldn't it?
Yes.
But they went after this match. Now listen, okay, the match is fantastic, but here's the big part. Ray Phoenix wins.
Yeah.
And Ray Phoenix not only wins, but he also took out Nick.
Like
there was a little move there outside the ring.
See, but he took out Nick by accident, and then Matt took out Pac on purpose.
That's true. And but Phoenix wins the match clean.
Yes, with his amazing move.
Yes, and I think that's just what it's called.
The amazing move.
Phoenix's amazing move. But so we go from that to the interview.
Oh, the promos. Two of the best talkers in the company, arguably.
So, Eddie Kingston is sitting there. I don't even know if I can do it. Do you want to do it? Yeah, I'll comment. You want to talk about it? You talk about this.
Well, they're just sitting there. Oh, goodness. Okay. Well, Eddie Kingston starts us out talking about how he can't remember being that scared since the last time he was in jail. And they were like, the guards were teasing him and everything about going to Rikers and all that. And so he essentially had a panic attack at that moment, trying to protect his best friend, his longtime friend.
Right.
And he blacked out in the ring.
Right.
And that's why he didn't move.
Right.
When the explosion went off.
Yeah.
It's not because of the explosion. But he also talked about how he felt the heat in the ring. So there was something there, and it just scared him so much from all his past experiences that he blacked out, couldn't move.
Yeah,
all
I
that
mean,
stuff.
I think he was talking about, because he was in trouble, and he was like, the cops are talking to him while he's basically in a holding cell, going, "We're gonna take you to Rikers, boy."
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly. And that came to his mind, and it just got to him so much.
Which was one of my scenarios, by the way.
PTSD.
It literally was one of my freaking scenarios.
So he was like, I don't know if Kenny was trying to be funny or what. And John's like, no, I think he was actually trying to blow me up.
Yeah.
I think he actually wanted to do that. And he was like, did you just get a box with that bomb in it that said Acme on the side?
Right.
Which I love.
Yeah, I mean, and then he makes fun of the explosion. He's like, I made better explosions than that in my 4th grade science class. With the volcano. I mean, it was great because they were sitting there hanging out. They were boys. They're drinking. Very, very much. They're really sitting there hanging out, drinking.
Yeah.
And they're really boys.
Yeah.
And it had this charm to it.
They got their friendship back.
Sometimes you can pair people up, and they either have charisma with each other. They either have that synergy with each other, on-air chemistry, or they don't.
Yeah.
These two have the best chemistry. They worked off each other incredible.
Yeah.
They both had, impeccable comedic timing, but it really wasn't. I don't think they went into this for comedy.
No, but they're just like going off each other, and him talking about how Eddie took his time and he was out there for like 18 minutes getting his ass kicked. And,
everything we bitched about.
And he's like, you know me, I have to look good on pay-per-view.
Yeah. I mean, everything we bitched about, everything that was bitched about by anybody, because he's like, man, you could have got there faster.
He's like, you got to get your eyebrows done and get your Tim's on.
And I mean, it's great because talking about that, and they still turn it over to Omega, about this, and they made fun of the little bomb, and Eddie Kingston's like, hey, you can make fun of me if you want to. It's not about you.
Yeah. Calling Kenny the Joker and Moxley Batman.
Yeah, Moxley's like, I like that. But it was great, and when that was done, you're like, all right. Yeah, no, I'm good.
Yeah, okay.
I'm good.
Cool.
I'm good. They did exactly what I needed them to do.
Yeah.
You're not going to be the Shockmaster, because Shockmaster. If Shockmaster came out the next week in that Stormtrooper mask, and they'd had like a black and white promo, and he'd been like, yeah, long time ago when I was on the Death Star, because, it was a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. And, I was the Stormtrooper that hit his fucking head on, coming through everybody's seen it on the original Star Wars movie. They had a camera up there, and I was the Stormtrooper that hit my head on that fucking wall. And they left it in, because, that's just my life. And I was thinking in my head. So when I was thinking in my head, I was all worried because you motherfuckers don't know how it is to have Darth Vader as your boss. All right? You think you got a bad boss. My boss chokes your ass without touching you. Okay? He breathes all the time without even fucking breathing. It's just scary. He's got a goddamn red fucking laser just... I mean, what? Come on now. There's no kind of law or anything for any of this. It just, Lord Vader's pissed off. And so I really was thinking about my head. I didn't want to hit my fucking head again. And what do? I forgot about my feet. Now I'm a goddamn... I'm a man bot. Okay? I'm a man in a robot suit. I'm a man bot. You can call me what you want to, but I'm a man bot. And I fell through. That was the deal. Okay, I'm still a real G, yo. I'm still a real G. All right, underneath all this, I got some bling. And I got some tats. And I've seen a lot of shit, man. I've seen a lot of bad tauntauns, you know what I mean? And so I'm here. But they didn't do that.
No.
Shockmaster didn't do that. Shockmaster just went on being a joke. People laughed at him and his little Stormtrooper helmet that fell off. What a bad idea that was. out of all the ideas, that was worse than any indie idea I've ever seen. Shockmaster falling through that fucking wall wasn't the bad part of that. The bad part of that was Shockmaster. Putting a fucking talented individual in a Stormtrooper, and he was so fat that the helmet didn't fit right in the first place, and he's holding his fucking helmet on, and he's not even doing his own voice. Ole Anderson's off the screen. with a microphone doing his voice. I mean, how bad? How bad does that get? And the guys are standing there fucking cracking up because he just fell through the damn thing and his helmet came off. And everybody's like, oh, hey, look who it is. You know, it was so bad. It was so bad. This, for the comparisons, fuck off. Because this is not like that. And plus, Eddie Kingston totally did what he can do, and he made up for it. And him and Mox together are money, honey. They could have a buddy cop show right now where they're undercover cops, you know, in the back streets of New York. And I would watch it. I'd be down for it. I want to see that buddy cop movie right fucking now because I love buddy cop movies. So, yeah, I just do. And I love these two.
I think it helps that they're so genuinely themselves. Like, they're not playing characters.
No, I can
This is what they do on a Saturday night.
I can tell you for a fact, John Moxley goes back to his room after wrestling and drinks fucking Jack Daniels and watches wrestling.
Yes, and that makes it so much more real, and that they were saying everything that everyone else was saying and like identifying with the fans and how disappointed they were.
Yeah.
It just helps so much. They're not trying to just cover it up or playing characters. They're just being themselves.
They made them one of us.
It's perfect.
Yeah, it was great. And,
it was.
you know, just we just had to get on it a little bit because, I mean, that was amazing. So what do we have next?
Next, we had Mr. Cody Rhodes in action against a man named Seth Gargis.
I didn't expect the Cody match, and because of the injury, and you know it was kind of funny because how could they have gotten better than what they were doing? So they put Cody out there in a singles match, and Cody wins, by the way, pretty quickly.
Yes,
but he wins with a figure four, and I'm excited about
it was
that.
Beautiful.
I'm excited about the figure four.
Exactly what he needed after that ladder match.
So Tony Schiavone runs his ass down there, going to do a promo, you know, and with Cody, it was 1:30 or something for the win. Tony gets in there, and before they can get the promo going, well, Cody starts talking, and he's like, yeah, you know, I'll talk about this, I'll talk about loss. You hear something out of nowhere. You hear, you know, Cody. And all of a sudden, they go over to the Spanish announce booth.
Oh, man.
And fucking Penta.
Our child. Our sweet
Pentagon.
child.
Penta El Zero. Fucking fuck off. Penta was there. And not only was he there with that rat bastard Spanish announcer that tries to you know be the Dark Order all the time. What's his name, Roger?
Alex. It
doesn't matter what. Listen. So Alex is standing there with him, who Alex should be a manager.
Yeah, he did great.
He is a manager. He's a Weasley bastard manager that is bilingual, and you just want to punch him in the fucking face.
Every time he goes, Penta says.
Yeah, I mean,
calm down.
This guy you want to punch, right?
Yes.
But Penta you don't want to punch. Listen, Penta in this suit, in this cheap ass Kmart suit.
He looks so good.
Looked great, okay? But when he's standing there and he's got this, who knew that he's got this James Bond villain?
That's exactly what it is.
He's got this James Bond villain voice. Like, it is so amazing with his broken English.
Yeah.
But he's just like, Cody, you fuck with Penta Zero, Cody. I fuck you on, Cody. I am Penta, Cody. And I will make you hurt. I'll make you hurt real bad. You can't hold your baby girl. You know, the parts he did talk were fantastic. Every now and then he'd be like, you know, and he'd have to translate and everything. But, dude, that just made it that much better. Penta as a singles heel. Penta as a singles heel.
Everything we ever wanted.
Is amazing. It was amazing because it was just on that level of, am I watching a cartoon? Or is this is amazing. This is a heel. This is wrestling. This is a heel in wrestling. And man, that was awesome. But he did say the line about, you know, I'm going to break your arm. You're not going to be able to hold your little girl.
God, Cody was out of the ring so fast.
And Cody did what any red-blooded American male would do. Not the American males like Scotty Riggs and Bagwell. No. I'm talking red-blooded American males. And he jumps out of the ring, gets up there to up-pint his ass quicker than, I don't even know what, man. He got up there and they did the brawl, and then all of a sudden all the job squad jumps out and they're pulling them apart. And it's just a good old-fashioned pull apart, and you're all excited about it because I'm excited about it. And that was a good segment.
That was amazing. It was more than I was hoping for.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we were like, Cody had a job match. It was all good, and we're going to get to hear a nice promo. And then you hear, Cody. And you're like, what is this?
Oh, it's amazing.
And it's even more than you ever expected.
Cody.
And it's fantastic.
Cody.
Let me speak your language, American Nightmare.
Oh my God! Yeah, you better stop.
I'm sorry.
You better stop.
I'll offend us so much.
Oh my God! I want to play with this figure right now and just have him stand there over Cody. Cody.
All right. Well, before we get too crazy, we had a couple more interview promos and whatnot following this up.
Good stuff.
Starting with Chuck Taylor and Orange Cassidy in the arcade, addressing Miro and Kip Sabian after what happened on Sunday.
And before you start, yes, it's still going, but it's going toward a good thing because it looks like it's going toward like their version of what the cage blow off would be, which is what Chucky asked for. And I love this Chucky. This Chucky was, awesome because he offered something crazy for this rematch.
Yeah, so really crazy.
If he loses, he'll be his butler for life.
Yes.
Forever. Mm-hmm. Okay. But Orange had an idea for the match. He wants to surround the ring because they love video games. They being Miro and Kip.
Uh-huh.
They want to surround the ring with video game consoles.
Arcade games.
Arcade consoles. Jesus. And smash their heads through every one.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know if the rules will be you have to smash their heads through every one of them, but I hope that's the rules.
I think they're just there for weaponizing.
Right.
I don't think they're there for any other purpose.
I hope this is the case, though.
Just so they can smash their heads through things like Miro did to Chuck.
What a gimmick match.
Oh, it's going to be fantastic.
What a gimmick match.
I'm so excited.
It's going to be violent.
I really hope Chuck and Orange win.
I'm going to cry, though, because of all those retro games being destroyed.
I was thinking about that, about all the gamers. Like, they're sourcing in all these millions of dollars of arcade games, like retro arcade games, just to destroy them. Yeah,
well, I don't know. Maybe they'll sell them. Maybe they'll refurbish them. I know a guy.
Maybe.
I know a few guys that do that. So.
Oh goodness, that'll definitely be interesting.
Yeah, it was good. I liked it. It was short, sweet, to the point, and exciting. But then we went to another promo.
Yes.
But this was not bad the way they were doing this because this was Sting.
Yes. And another interruption. Poor Tony.
Yeah,
he couldn't get a word in edgewise.
There was a lot of crazy tonight, wasn't there?
Yeah.
There was a lot of interruptions. There was a lot of crazy, a lot of, angle building.
Yeah, I told you. They're just resetting. They're starting up the new, it's like right after Wrestle Kingdom. They're just
or WrestleMania.
Setting up everything new for the next year.
Yeah, absolutely. So Sting gets interrupted by Lance Archer and Jake Roberts. Mm-hmm. And when I saw Jake Roberts, I was just hearkening back to, I don't know why, I thought he was going to come out there and go, spin the deal. Spin the deal. Jesus Christ, spin the deal. He drops his pants. Spin the deal, Sting. Spin the deal.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I don't want to see that.
No, you don't. Trust me. You don't. Tired ass cop.
Spin the wheel. Make the deal.
Spin the wheel. Make the deal. Man, I would love to see that. But they interrupted, and Archer was, saying that if things don't change, he's going to take much more, not going to take much more time. They left. It was weird, man. It was. I see where it's going.
Do you? Because I don't.
It's going to Archer versus Sting's what it looks like.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay.
It looks like
I guess that makes more sense than
Archer
Jake versus Sting.
And I hope it's Archer versus Sting and another cinematic.
Ooh.
And I hope this cinematic's also filmed by Darby.
Yes, please.
Because Darby apparently did 90% of the, working and stuff on that cinematic match from the pay-per-view, which was amazing.
Yes.
So
it was incredible.
I would honestly take a cinematic Sting match after what I just seen at every pay-per-view for the rest of my life. I don't care.
Keep on doing it.
If they have to pull his ass off the shuffleboard. and just be like, it's time to put the makeup on, old man.
Wheel him around in a wheelchair the whole match.
I don't feel like doing it today. Just don't talk. Just don't talk. It'll be fine. You got the makeup on. We can't
Movie magic.
Can't even really tell anything. In fact, you just got to stand there. We got a bunch of stunt stings.
Just prop him up.
Yeah, they can go find the old NWO Sting and have him do the stunts. And, that'd be good stuff.
Oh, goodness.
I was in a riot one time because of NWO Sting.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's like when the son bitch debuted. And I think this was either Winston-Salem or Greensboro I was in. And, old school Crockett country.
Right.
And people were all excited, and the Horsemen were involved. I had to figure out exactly what that card was. All I remember is the fights. Because when people figured out that wasn't Sting,
right,
they went bananas, man.
Oh, my goodness.
But my friend that I was with at the time got a golf club. We went out to the parking lot. He was so pissed off, he got a golf club and started swinging it at people.
Oh, my God.
And he's like, grab that 9-iron, John. I was like, you're fucking crazy.
Why did he have golf clubs?
Why did he tell me which one to grab? That's why I remember it.
Bigger impact.
I'm not just saying that part. That was really what he said.
Did you grab the right one?
Grab that 9-iron. I didn't grab a fucking golf club. I stood there like hoping that it didn't get any worse than it got.
Oh, goodness. Was it billed as Sting?
Yeah, well, it wasn't bit. It was a surprise. It was like, it's a long deal.
Okay.
This was a War Games, I'm pretty sure, and it was a pay-per-view, so it was a big deal. I just barely remember much of it because it was a long, long time ago. But now you
remember the 9-iron?
Well, I remember the parking lot. Yeah, I remember the parking lot. I remember him holding 4 fingers up and getting on top of the car drunk and wooing and with swinging that golf club around. And he even pulled his wang out at one point.
Sounds like a fantastic night.
Oh, yeah. That was a hell of a night. So,
oh, goodness.
Anyway, we'll see what happens from that. So, what's next, Raja?
Next, we had our next match, which was Ethan Page's in-ring, singles debut against Lee Johnson.
Well, don't forget about, Shoddy Lee and the promo, because we had QT and Shoddy Lee.
Yes, we did.
And QT was, like, hey, I'm really sorry about being a dick on during the match.
Emotions were running high.
Yeah, I'm fine now. And of course,
off my meds. I'm sorry.
In wrestling, we all know that means everything's fine and he's never going to have another problem.
Of course.
Nothing's ever. I would honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if AEW actually did that though. If they were like, no, you see, we're not like everybody else. That one's completely fine. He's never gonna have a problem again. But no. And the only problem on this one was not that. Ethan Page, his entire debut was ruined in the live feed from a basketball game. Listen, I don't know what happened, but I had to check my meds.
Yes.
And make sure
we were
that
we hearing voices again?
We have the surround sound gimmick in there, and all of a sudden we hear squeaky sneakers.
And defense.
And yeah, you could hear the fans. There's no announcers, but we're like, defense. I'm like, what the hell's going on? And you could hear the guys running up the court. You could hear some clapping and stuff like that. And
I did see TK tweeted out that it was a TNT problem and that he was going to upload the whole match to YouTube. For anyone that wanted to rewatch it with proper audio. Yeah. So, it was not an AEW deal. It was TNT.
Yeah, which sucked, though.
Yes, it sucked because it took away from the match.
Yeah, so Ethan Page's debut, that has to suck for him.
It does. He still won.
Yeah, he won. But it was weird. It was really weird.
We were laughing.
If you've never watched a wrestling match with a mix of Jim Ross and basketball, it's well worth it just for that.
Oh, it was fabulous.
I can only imagine somebody being stoned.
Yeah, definitely.
Can you imagine being high right then and being
They're freaking out.
Bro.
Do you hear basketball?
Bro, is your neighbors playing basketball again? I mean, anyway, good job, Ethan.
Yes, the bigger story in this match was what happened at the end when Ethan was beaten down on Lee after the match, and QT just walked away.
Yep. And Dustin ran in the ring to save Shoddy.
Yes.
And he gets in there because he was getting beat the hell down, and QT was gone. So what's up with that?
I don't know. I guess QT's just still off his meds.
yeah. Well, I mean, QT seems to really play this character too well. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. He is really good at being a prick.
Yes.
So, interesting stuff.
Well, after this match, we just got a short little thing showing Adam Page and what he did with all of Matt Hardy's money.
Yes, which was glorious.
In the Dark Order.
Glorious. He got him another mower. A big old riding mower.
Some whiskey.
Yeah, and
a bunch of albums.
So John Silver runs up and asks if he can get a ride on there, and Hangman's like, "Sure, buddy." And the whole Dark Order comes out of nowhere, and
nearly topples it.
They all jump on there except for 5, who they said, "No, man, it's too much weight, because it's 5." And when they take off, the wheelie is just worth it because of their faces. I'm pretty sure Cabana fell off.
Yeah, I think so.
But
or jumped.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Oh, I'm glad he's happy.
Good little segment.
So next we were supposed to hear from Christian Cage.
Yes, and with the theme of the night, it is Interruption Night.
Yes, so. Interruption Night galore.
But this one was big.
Yes, before they could even introduce Christian, Kenny Omega's music started playing.
Yes.
And all those little ladies came out.
Yes.
So Kenny and his friends came out, and this just took a turn. This just broke down completely.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing.
It was incredible. The whole bit of him and Don just making fun of Eddie and John for like 5 minutes straight.
Yeah, man. They did the 10-second count, like the bomb was going to blow off. And they're like, "Oh, God, it's going to blow. 69 me, Don." And he did. And it looked way natural, but
it was so funny.
It really was. Once
Eddie
again,
was so mad.
They poked fun, and Don also put the mystery out there. What if we were the reason it didn't go off?
Yes, I'm not saying we were.
Yeah,
but
he's like, it's a win-win either way.
And it is.
Either I blow you up or I make you look stupid.
It was. But this whole thing led up to Eddie Kingston coming out, of course. And then when he took a shot on Kenny, the Good Brothers stepped in.
Yes.
To beat up Eddie. And then Moxley came out to help Eddie.
Yes.
And that led to John and Eddie versus the Good Brothers fighting out of the ring, which left Kenny alone in the ring for Christian to finally come out and be like, "You interrupted me."
Yeah, no, Christian came out, and honestly, I'm really as lackluster as the announcement was, considering I am a Christian fan, and I always have been a Christian fan. He's a phenomenal worker. He's exciting. He's funny as hell.
Yes.
And plus he's got a lot of serious to his character. I'm excited about it. I'm also excited about seeing Christian compete for the first time, in a long time, and really have a great match. And Kenny Omega is that guy. So Christian versus Kenny is a cool match.
It is.
So that's gonna be exciting, man.
I'm really interested to see how they're gonna do Christian's character, because I've noticed so far he hasn't said anything.
Right.
And it seems like they're building him up to sort of this strong silent type, like all work, no talk. Like he doesn't care as much about words as he does action.
Yeah, well, it's cool to see where they go with it. I agree, but I do like it, and it's gonna be a great addition. I mean, any addition that with talent like that is a good addition. So I do like the matchup.
Yes.
Because it'll be fantastic.
Oh yeah, Kenny is gonna them two working together. It's gonna be mind blowing, I imagine.
Absolutely. And next we got something we were really excited for. The entrances is
the entrances alone.
This match by itself, because you had Hikaru Shida, Ryo Mizunami, and Thunder Rosa versus Nyla Rose with Vicky, obviously, Dr. Britt Baker with Rebel, and Maki Ito. So
our girl. Everybody
comes out, and then the music starts. And I was excited to hear the song too. Maki Ito comes out, and she starts singing. And as soon as she starts singing, the girls all start fighting. Her music goes off, but Maki Ito is not deterred.
No.
She keeps singing until she gets the whole thing done.
She sings her entire song while they're fighting.
And still smiling and everything. She gets in the ring, does who's the cutest girl spot on the ropes.
She's precious.
She does, everything. everything that she does, she did well.
Yes.
And the match, was the match. I don't think they were trying to break any star records.
No.
But, it furthered feuds, and it got really the Britt and Thunder. You just really want to see Britt versus Thunder.
Man, they laid the beat down on Thunder Rosa after this match.
They really did. I mean, they beat the shit out of her. And
poor girl.
It's really exciting with that feud. I like that feud.
Yeah, it's a great feud.
And
they have fantastic matches.
That'll get us to where we're going later on the announcements, but it was a good match.
Yeah, definitely. So we had one more little promo spot with Matt Hardy and Private Party talking about how he lost the match and everything. He's like, I have plenty of money to keep this going. And in fact, I have made a new addition to the team. And his new additions are the Butcher and the Blade with the bunny.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I think because they talked about taking on Dark Order, obviously we see that's going to be all of them against the full Dark Order.
Yeah, eventually.
So that's kind of cool. And it's just another layer to the story.
Yeah.
I like having Butcher and the Blade mixed in with something that matters again.
Yeah.
So
I mean, obviously they can't be with Eddie anymore because he's not a heel anymore.
Right.
They just sort of stole him away.
Yeah, so it's good. I mean, everybody has to have something, and this works really well. Plus, this could probably eventually get to Private Party figuring out their wrongs.
Yeah, I would hope so.
And going back, and something to that degree you would think would be coming up.
Mm-hmm.
But then we get to a really big feature here.
Oh, man. The TNT title match, Darby Allin versus Scorpio Sky. And in my opinion, the match of the night.
Oh, my God, yeah.
It was fantastic. Oh, my goodness.
It was a great, great match. And you would expect that out of these two.
Yeah.
I love the storytelling with Scorp, where he really tried playing it up, man. He tried playing up being the babyface that he is, even with the fist bump to start it. But he was so sure and so, I love the story because he's so sure he's going to win.
Yeah.
Just like on the commentary, he's really that convinced. And, so he goes into it with an injured Darby, some would say. And, of course, Scorp also had that ladder match.
Yeah.
There was a cool spot coming back into the ring where Darby was going to, basically up and over him into the ring. And he got caught up, came down on his ankle.
Yeah.
So it hurt his ankle. Darby did it beautifully.
Mm-hmm.
And Scorpio didn't really go after the ankle right then. He went after normal moves. And he tried to pin him and everything, but he didn't heel out.
No.
Where a heel would go directly after that injury.
Yeah.
And I thought about that when I was watching it because I was like, well, that's not much killer instinct there. He didn't really just go after and put an ankle lock on him, you know? And so match goes on. It's a great, as she said, it's a great fucking match. And some amazing false finishes.
Yeah.
I really thought it was over a few times.
Yeah, me too.
And
there was a fantastic spot where Scorpio had Darby and he was trying to get out. It was just, they were just going back and forth. Oh, they had to get to the ropes. It was so great.
Yeah, and Darby wins with a roll up. I mean, he slipped over.
Yeah, which he had to.
That doesn't happen much in AEW. But it's beautiful. It works.
Yeah.
And so he slipped over, got the 3 count, and afterwards, a little respect. He comes over to Scorp, and normally that would have been, they would have hugged or whatever, or even he could be a little bit upset and just kind of slap him back,
right. Shake
But
him off.
he kind of, Darby comes over, slaps him on the arm, good match, brother. And this scowl comes over Scorpio's face. And he just attacked the shit out of Darby. And
oh, man, that heel hook.
Yeah, he put him in a heel hook, just a vicious heel hook.
Nasty.
And obviously 5 referees couldn't break it, So, I mean, it was great because of where it sent the story and also where it sent Scorpio.
Yeah, because he let go.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, God,
and he
what
looks
did I just do?
He looks at his hands afterwards like, what did I just do, man? But he loved it. He was smiling.
He's like, kind of felt good.
Yeah, I let it out. He would let out his aggression and all this, being held back and all this that he felt.
Yeah.
So I love it. It was good stuff. Really great character development.
And during the match, they were even talking on commentary about Scorpio having anger problems occasionally.
Right.
So we're starting to see that bloom a little bit, I think.
Oh,
when he doesn't get what he thinks he deserves.
Right. Yeah, we all know that person too.
Yes.
Yes,
we do.
Next, something again. Another theme of the night. Something I expected to be, entertaining and okay.
Right.
but I didn't expect what happened. By far, I didn't expect what happened.
We expected this to go totally different.
And there for a second, I swear to God, I thought what I predicted was going to happen.
Yeah.
Was there not a time when...
Yeah, I thought Sammy was going to jump him from behind.
Or from the side.
Yeah, something bad was going to happen. I totally thought Jericho was getting kicked out here.
Yeah, so just to backtrack a little bit, they come out, the whole group's out there. Well, no, the whole group's not. Wardlow is mysteriously missing.
I noticed that. I was like, where the heck is Wardlow?
But Wardlow's been missing before, so it wasn't the weirdest thing in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Sammy's, been gone already.
Yes.
So the rest of them, being Santana, Ortiz, MJF, and Chris Jericho, are in the ring. And Jake Hager. Sorry,
course.
Jake. But they're in the ring. Jericho looks great tonight. He's talking about, sometimes you have to refocus, you have to make changes, and maybe even we need to add a new member.
Right.
And MJF's like, whoa, Chris. I don't know about adding a new member. I think you're right. We need change, but maybe we need to lose a member. And about that time, Sammy's music comes on. Sammy comes out. You don't know what's going to happen. At this point, I'm thinking, oh my God, it might actually be Sammy and MJF. Like I thought,
You're worried about it.
Such a wrestling thing, And comes in the ring. He stands there. He's like, Chris, I got to show you this. I got to show you this. And Chris is having none of it at first, and then he's like, no, you got to listen to me. You got to listen to me. So he shows where, of course, if anybody's going to have a hidden camera, Sammy Guevara is. He's exactly the kind of kid that would do that.
Yes, definitely.
So he shows in the locker room where MJF comes in and talking to Santana, Ortiz, and Hager, and he's like, boys, tonight we're gonna, gonna put Jericho in the dirt, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's MJF has the microphone. He's like, Chris, I didn't want you to hear it like that, but boys, get him. So then the guys were getting closer to Jericho, and that's where it got weird because Jericho's like, you dumb son of a bitch. Do you not think we talk every day? And it was this awesome moment. I'll tell you, I bought in.
Yes.
I felt so good.
Yeah.
When a group is actually going to stick together.
It felt so nice.
And you see that the brothers are going to stick together. Instead of breaking people up all the time, the brothers were going to stick together.
Yeah.
And they outsmarted the heel.
Mm-hmm.
It felt so good.
Yeah, you just wanted them to beat the crap out of MJF.
And then I started getting worried. Because MJF was begging off.
It was taking too long.
But something was wrong.
Yeah, it was taking too long.
Something was wrong. And I thought he was going to show another piece of video. I thought he was going to show something else. And then it was still going to happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Something bad was happening. We knew it was.
So he's like, Chris, no. I don't want to lead the inner circle. I want to lead, I've got my own group.
Yeah.
The lights go out. And in AEW, we know something crazy is going to happen when the lights go out.
I was racking my brain trying to think of who it could be.
Oh, my God.
And I didn't come up with this.
No, I didn't know. Was it going to be a completely new group?
Yeah, I thought maybe there was new people, or I was trying to figure out somebody in the company that didn't have a stable yet.
Like the lights were going to come on. It was actually everybody that they speculated on. Like every one of them, they're all standing there.
Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, Tony Khan's back there flipping off the internet,
Tony Khan's in the ring, too.
Yeah. With his wang hanging out, going, here they are, you sons of bitches. Are you happy now, you bastards? I'm going to turn them heel, make you hate them. But, no, it was the best thing ever because you can call them what you want, but I'm going to call them the Horsemen because when lights came back on, it was Tully Blanchard, it was FTR, it was Wardlow. I mean,
Sean
Spears and his freaking blonde hair. I mean,
the boys.
Yeah, I mean, MJF's new group is some killers.
This is a ridiculous faction.
I mean, it's some killers. You talk about bad attitudes.
Oh, God.
Okay? You've got Tully has a shitty attitude that shoot goes back as long as he's ever been around. You've got the killers of FTR.
Yeah.
These guys are guys you want to take with you in a bar fight.
Crotchety bastards.
You got Wardlow. You got Sean Spears. There's a bunch of fucking manpower here.
Yeah.
And of course you got MJF's Weasley ass. So they beat the fuck out of the inner circle. because
God,
they're not expecting it. They started off with breaking a bottle over Hager's head.
Yes.
And
then they threw Sammy into a chair.
Yeah, I mean, it sounded bad. It looked bad. And then they completely devastated Chris Jericho.
Mm-hmm.
They did everything you could do to Chris Jericho, including Wardlow powerbombing him off the stage through 2 tables. And at first, I'm thinking, oh, my God, is that a crash pad? No, it actually wasn't. When they show the overhead looking down, it really was 2 tables.
It looked nasty.
And so it was beautiful.
Yes.
But the visual with the guys you see here, the guys standing on the stage.
Yeah.
Just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. A new faction. We don't know the name yet.
Yes, not yet.
The name hopefully is...
Imagine they'll tell us next week.
The Horsemen. I don't know.
Something to do with horse.
Yeah, something to do with horse people.
The cavalry. I don't know.
The apocalypse. Because it's right. The 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Just something wrath. I don't know.
I love that there's somebody for everybody in this feud. Like you've got MJF versus Sammy, Hager versus Wardlow, FTR versus Santana and Ortiz, and I guess that leaves Jericho versus Spears. But there's somebody for everybody.
Yeah, I mean, it is very cool. And I hope that it gets back to the blood and guts. They never got to do blood and guts.
Yeah, blood feud.
So we've got a few blood feuds going on right now.
Does this make the Inner Circle babyface now?
Yeah, absolutely. They are totally babyface. They were babyface already.
True.
Because everybody loved them.
Yeah.
But now they're babyface.
Yeah,
Top
definitely,
babyfaces even.
Definitely.
And this is fucking fantastic. This is fantastic. We went from ho-hum and really worried about where we were at.
Yeah, like worried things were going downhill fast.
Yeah. To
oh my God, I can't believe what we just watched.
Yeah, to actually super exciting. And what do they got on tap for next week? Now listen, I got to tell you, not only next week do we get the Monday night new show, which Elevation, which they're going to pump it up for the first one.
Yeah,
and then
definitely.
Tuesday we get Dark, okay? So you got 2 nights right there. But then Wednesday, tell them what the fuck. The card is like pay-per-view level card for next week.
Well, next week is AEW Dynamite St. Patrick's Day Slam. So we've got a couple matches announced, starting with the Jurassic Express and Bear Country versus Matt Hardy, Private Party, The Butcher, and The Blade.
Yes.
Epic 10-man.
Yes.
Which is going to be fantastic. Then we also get Cody Rhodes versus Penta.
Oh my God. Penta El Ciro Miedo.
That match, I bet that's the opener.
Oh my God.
You think they're going to put that on first?
I don't know. All I know is I am here for it.
And then we get a tag match. That's Eddie Kingston and John Moxley versus the Good Brothers.
Yeah.
On AEW.
I mean, just another amazing match, and that's not the main event.
No. The main event is Britt Baker versus Thunder Rosa.
In an unsanctioned anything goes dark match. So
lights out, baby.
Lights out match. I mean, my God, dude. It's that's why it's got to go last, and it's fantastic. There'll probably be blood. Just because they're going to blow off the feud. It's pretty damn amazing.
Women in a featured spot. Imagine that.
Yeah, man. It's pretty cool, but that's not all. We also have Jade Cargill in action.
Yes.
So
we get to see Jade.
We pretty much know the whole card.
Yeah.
Because that's going to take up some time. I mean, Jade Cargill's going to kill some poor bitch.
I wonder who they're going to feed her.
I would be drawing straws because she's going to destroy somebody. I hope she takes on Layla Hirsch.
I hope it's not Ty Conti.
I hope it's Layla Hirsch just from the size. I really want that size difference to be just, exploited.
That'd be hilarious.
But the Jurassic Express match is going to be fantastic because you're going to get the Matt Hardy faction in full. Cody and Penta, Jesus Christ. the freaking Moxley and Kingston against the Good Brothers is the main event anywhere in the world.
And if they win, they could be in line for the Impact titles.
Yeah, just really cool stuff. And then that unsanctioned match. What a damn card.
Oh, I'm so excited.
It's just really amazing. There's so much going on right now because
they've got us reinvigorated.
Yeah, absolutely. When we do our full show later this week, we got so much to talk about because we got we're going to have to talk about some New Japan. We're going to update you on the whole New Japan Cup, where we stand now.
Yes.
Everything that's happened since the anniversary show. We're going to, like we promised, we're going to give you full rundown of that. We're going to have to talk a little WWE because of some of the happenings on there, some of the NXT announcements that also happened tonight. We're going to give you the full rundown on that. We're going to give you the full rundown on the network changes, what's happening with that. We're going to talk about that weird ass Shane McMahon promo that we have to go fucking watch just because we do this show.
Yeah.
We watched the recap of it. We honestly avoid it raw like a dirty damn plague. But we always tape it. And we're going to have to watch this. But just because of how weird it is, we're going to have to see, is it really that bad?
Is it that weird in person?
Because it was supposedly was really supposed to happen that way. And then the big news that happened, other than all this big news, Tuesday night on Impact, apparently what's going to happen after this Saturday's Impact show, when they find out who's going to, be the champ. Is it going to be Moose? Is it going to be Rich Swann?
Mm-hmm.
Of course, it's currently Rich Swann. Then you're going to come into their next pay-per-view of the Rebellion, and that's going to be April 24th. And that's going to be Kenny Omega versus Rich Swann or Moose for the title.
Oh, man.
And,
belt collecting spree.
If he wins that title at the end of April like that, is he going to show up somewhere else in, the end of May? Who knows? Is there any big cards happening in May? I don't know.
Featuring champions?
Yeah, champions and big arenas. I don't know. Speculation, I'm sure, will run wild. But speculation's a great thing. And also, you can find all this on the Blind Tag Wrestling Podcast. You can follow us on Twitter at BT Wrestling Pod. That's the same thing on Facebook. Go on there, facebook.com/BT Wrestling Pod.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you know how to find us here because you're on here and you are a lovely patron. We love you so much. But for the lovely Raja, I am John. So long from the BT Wrestling Pod.
You'll never see it coming.